Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great. You sound like every girl.
Endurance is important to you, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to disappoint you then.
Welcome back to Bookend.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some
right.
painting done. Yeah, you have to click to continue.
Why would the hope be lost?
Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. That's how paint works. It takes time.
She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of a statement that makes sense. Well, yeah, it's pretty logical.
Yeah.
I think it's best to start from the top. So this is your project? You did this?
This? Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
Nice, but
Yes.
what is it? I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness.
How? It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward.
Don't you want to ask?
How do you paint without hands?
See? I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
Probably the same way that she was eating.
Yeah.
I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. Seeing as I don't have hands,
Yeah.
I kind of have to be.
I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Yeah, there you go. Using your brain. Have a brain problem? Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject.
The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are. No substance. No meat where there should be some. Yeah. I know a few
Oh, okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying suit yourself, without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any.
I'm not good at painting. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though.
It's just mixing some paints. You can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like, you know, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe?
Not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that.
She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
She's so weird. I like her. Let's do it then.
She likes to make you feel awkward.
Yeah, because she just doesn't care about anything.
So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. Delicious. I eat some. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone.
It's all brown. I've ruined it all.
Yeah. Then I mix them more, and everything becomes grayish brown. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with something or the other.
That little stick figure guy at the bottom there looks like, oh God, what is that game with Hattie Hatterson? Battle Block Theater.
Yeah. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best.
Add half a splash of green.
I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. What exactly is a splash? Can you measure that on this?
The other green. This green.
I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white.
Oh, God.
Is green a good color to add?
No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of smile appears in the corners of her mouth.
Do you lack an opinion?
No, it's just I have no idea.
It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. No, too much. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it.
Oh, got it.
Exactly. Maybe it's yellow.
Are you having a stroke? Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Blinds. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. It disappeared.
There's nothing new there.
Yeah. I think we were over here.
Oh.
I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. I think I think 1,000 words per minute.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my character has anxiety too.
Yeah. You actually do have mental problems. The heart thing was fake.
Yeah.
They just had to lie to you to get you to come to this school.
When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. And night
progress.
the night has come and vanquished the sun, or whatever the Castlevania thing
what a
is.
terrible night for a curse.
we stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Oh, we got some stuff on there.
Yeah, it's some progress. Isn't the festival this weekend, though?
Yeah, we should probably get on that.
Yeah. She's like me. Procrastinate till the last second.
Yeah, whatever. Just do it and study hall the class before. That's what I always
Exactly.
did.
I mean, I never had to paint a wall for school.
No. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. Oh, it's so unpleasant being awake. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Probably because I'm thinking to myself too much. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily.
You already yelled at for not running.
Right. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well, asshole. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku.
Sweet.
So I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I like being retro. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute.
As long as people don't run into your chest.
Yeah. Solar plexus. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track.
Who could it be?
Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. Is it Runny Girl? Emmy?
Yep.
The prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle.
Sweet.
What was her name again? Oh, I wasn't supposed to remember it.
Oops.
I mean, it was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. Or maybe she just likes to run.
Yeah, maybe she likes the fact that she has legs that let her run.
I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would just run, man.
Run and think.
You could have run a whole marathon in the amount of things you think. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems like my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over.
Good morning. Your name's Hisao, right?
Oh, we don't know her name.
Yeah, we do. She's not labeled, but Shizune said her name. Like, They were scalding her.
She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name.
You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday.
You almost died. How could I forget such a blunt introduction?
How could you forget these short shorts?
Didn't forget this. Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling.
Yeah, sorry about that. Again.
Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose it'll be fine.
Great.
I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you?
That's right.
Yep. Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest.
What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy?
No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I'd seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track.
Some stupid asshole.
Yeah.
He's very distinguishable. So why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose.
Training!
For what?
Track!
Ah, I see. You're on the track team then.
Duh.
Emmy nods enthusiastically.
Yep, I'm one of the better runners, too. Robot legs give you an advantage.
Yeah. I'm not allowed in competitions. And modest about it, too.
Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know.
I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I never even really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and kick the ball every now and then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really do much.
Felt obligated, but...
I never played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning.
I see. Not that into the whole organization thing.
No, pretty disheveled.
But now that you're here, I guess we're gonna run together, huh?
What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased.
Are you gonna warm up?
How do I do that? Real men don't warm up. Oh, I'm a
Jesus,
badass.
right. Where's this coming from? Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisao.
She scolds me enthusiastically, and I like it. But then smiles and leans closer.
I like that too. I hate warming up too.
She laughs suddenly.
Heck, and I don't even have to stretch my legs.
I get it. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple times, giving a passing impression of her standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic.
Let's go!
So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into a run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? I'm an airplane!
Yay!
And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Oh, I can't let her win. I'm going to be like, I can't let a girl with no legs win.
Right.
Such an asshole. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. Ooh, I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and slow to a walk pretty quickly.
You can hear her.
Yeah. There we go. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily and
Picture her doing like the Sonic skid.
Tokyo Drift! In contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor.
Finished already? You suck.
You ran half a lap. I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. I can see that. She seems to do a lot of smiling.
Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great. You sound like every girl.
Endurance is important to you, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to disappoint you then. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly.
Nah, I got plenty of time.
I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug.
Not really, but I gotta finish my routine. See you later, Hisao.
Yeah, see ya. I watch as she runs away. I mean, I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out here this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right?
All right.
That's usually the way it goes.
I don't even know. I guess we'll start our school day next time. I don't remember what happens on this day. Yes, I do. Never mind. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.